All right, we ought to be live. How's the lighting doing, everybody? We need that much? I mean, I look like what I look like either way, right? Went and grabbed a grinder. We'll hang out for a few. I'm going to send my family a message really quick. They're going to be home in a bit. And I'm going to jump off probably about when they come in the door, but we'll hang out for a few together. Until then, all right? Yeah, just give them this message here. Boom. All right, I'm by myself anyway. Right, we're hanging out. Yeah, it's 4:20. We're just gonna session real quick and shoot the breeze. Maybe in a minute I'll look at, I don't know, some Reddit or some Slashdot. Look at some, I don't know if you want to call it news, some stories, some stuff to look at. So, let's see here. Set this drink from earlier aside. Little cute rolling tray. We're rolling today. What's up, everybody? Farming hair these days, too, as you can see. So, let's see here. This is doesn't change much. Doesn't make me look any better, does it? I think I have too much light over here. Not too much like that, but like, yeah, maybe like that. This trash can is not going to work out under the desk, I can tell you that right now. I don't think Dance Pop was the soundtrack we're looking for here. It's already 4:23. I haven't smoked yet, but whatever, right? Like I haven't smoked yet today. Yeah, whenever anybody gets here, if anybody gets here, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. And yeah, my request for anybody hanging out right now is catch me up on the latest conspiracies. What am I sleeping on? What yeah. Everybody knows about mud flood and Tartaria. I mean, they're debunking that in the mainstream media already, left, right, and center. So what's next? Anything new? I'm alone again. I don't know what's new. I haven't seen that much new myself. Crypto's on life support. NFTs are dead. I'm gonna grind something up here. I got excited for a second. I thought I saw a seed. There's no seeds. There's no seeds. Seldom do we get bag seed anymore these days at the store. At the weed store. We got weed stores these days. What a world. What a world we're living in. I did half the grinder's job breaking it up there. Got a cup of tea? If you got a cup of tea, join me. Cheers. Is the Fed descheduling or rescheduling this shit yet, or what? Seems like it can be in limbo forever. Seems like it's going to be in limbo forever. Got to ask some of my friends a little closer to things in the industry. I got a buddy who just got a I-502 license, I believe. Yeah, let me create a banner asking for let's go with that. All right, if you're here, welcome. Catch me up. What am I missing? What's new? What's the latest conspiracy out there that I don't know about? Anything juicy? Can you think of anything? Comment down below. I'm going to see it. All right, we're grinding. It's a 420 session after all. I'm drinking tea. You're welcome to drink whatever you prefer. You don't have to watch this at 420 either. You can watch it anytime you want. English breakfast, if you're curious. With milk and honey. Cream, half and half, whatever. Drink it like a granny. It tastes good at this time of day, though. I do have some papers. So yeah, I'm looking for new conspiracies. I'm gonna try to get a screen going here for you. And so I tried to go to Reddit here just a little while ago, and Reddit's having trouble. There we go. It's back. It's back. It was trying to sign me in. Doesn't look like it really signed me in. Oh yeah, we're in. Yeah, it's a classic right there. So you guys can see my Reddit feed right now. Grab this and move it up here. There we go. Welcome. I see there's at least two of you hanging out. You're only going to be here for a few minutes, I'm sure. Say hello. Comment down below. Like I said, I'm looking for the drop. I'm looking for the sauce, the tea. Are there any quality new conspiracies? Do you guys remember 2012 through like 2016? Mandela effect years, early flat earth years on YouTube, man. Good days, good times. I really expected bigger things out of There Are No Trees on Flat Earth. That whole crowd and movement, the creators that were making that back when that came out. Holler if you remember. There Are No Trees on Flat Earth. That was an amazing, amazing era. I'd love to revisit that sometime. I really would. Because I think there's something there. There's some merit there. Mesas and plateaus all over the world, all over North America, that just look for all the world like giant ass tree stumps. Absolutely loved that. YouTube took all the good videos away. Wow. Wow, I believe it. I feel like some stuff has disappeared. Thank you, Leanne, for commenting, by the way, saying hello. Yeah. So maybe you remember some of that stuff, Maybe I'm just lucky to even still be able to exist here on YouTube either. But sometimes I think it's only because of like involuntary self-censorship, right? Believe it or not, that's actually kind of why I'm just like sitting here streaming right now. It's just I'm continuously trying to figure out how to reapproach doing something that resembles storytelling with some integrity, and not being afraid to talk about things without being just somehow instantly either pigeonholed or mischaracterized, permanently associated with weird ideas that sometimes I'm just trying to explore and talk about for a spell. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Salted Cedar, thanks for saying hello. Thank you. Trying to, I gotta stop making the accordion and roll that around in a circle if I want to turn that into a little mouthpiece crutch. There we go. That'll do. See that? It's hard. You want to look at the camera. I gotta look up here to check comments, etc. If I want to look over here, yeah, I'm just off screen. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. You know how it is. There's no teleprompter here. So that's another thing. That's another thing about trying to stay in the game on YouTube. I've never liked and don't like shilling. So I don't want to shill for, sponsors or anything like that on any of my content. Not that my channel's that big that I've been approached by hardly any sponsors over the years, but I've definitely in recent times I've definitely been inboxed by a few goofy companies that wanted to give me free shit and no doubt wanted something created out of it. Don't like to do it. Don't want to do it. I don't think you guys appreciate it or want to see it. I know I don't want to see it on my favorite creators' channels, right? The day you see me shilling for Magic Spoon around here, it's over. It's over. You can go ahead and unsub right there. You'll know they got to me somehow, in some, painful and fundamental way. So it's just not, at the same time that's not what I want to do. That seems to be. Thank you. There you go. Dead internet. God, one of the best topics. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, no, I've been trying to do stuff and tell stories for a little while now. Some of my favorite topics are mud flood and Tartaria. Some of my favorite topics are, the Pacific Northwest's weird history and hidden history. A lot of that ties right back into mud flood and Tartaria. But I've done stuff on interesting personal experiences. I've had brushes with cults like the Landmark Forum. Talked with friends of mine who were part of really interesting wild megachurch, Mars Hill, back in its heyday. Just been exploring a lot of interesting topics. Here we go. We finally almost have a joint rolled, though. Anyway. Yeah, and we should smoke it before the family gets home, or else that'll be that. Yeah. We got it. Do we have a bond? We do. We got to give that a moment to set up. So we got it. Norb's World, Norb's Theory, the Norb Theory. Check that one out, Leanne, if you haven't. Thank you. And Eugenie, Congrats on the marathon, brother. Was it a half marathon or a full marathon? I want to say, and the whole dang thing. Way to go, though, either way. Much respect. Let's continue to enjoy the fun, free music StreamYard's giving us to add some texture to the old live stream. The theory I said is the Norb theory. Right, you, Jenny? The Norb theory. Let me put it into the chat for you guys, too. Boom. Yeah, an interesting kind of cosmic creation theory thing. And the sound mixing on it is not the best, Leanne. I should really go back and revisit that topic. I've been yelled at a few times by people in the comments for the music on that one being a little on the loud side. Do your best. If you can't get through it, try to find the original Norb theory video if it still exists. As you mentioned, stuff be disappearing off of this piece, so I don't know. It's hard. You, Jenny, if you're still here, I'm trying to get caught up on the latest conspiracy theories. What have I missed? What's been going on? You know, is all we talk about right now AGI? Where's the AGI deepfake propaganda? I know there's been a little bit of it already. I'm expecting a huge wave of that to be coming in times not too distant from us, as a matter of fact. It is an election year, after all, so. But yeah. I did pull up Reddit here, and there's nothing yet going on over here. Let's see. I did find a couple of cool stories earlier, but they were on AI, they were on swarm intelligence and some stuff that I think might be fun to look into to the extent that it might be worth doing an episode on. Yeah, see, you, Jenny, saying just AI stuff, right? For the most part, right? Well, I'm sure that's occupying so many of our minds, and perhaps rightfully so. You know, I'm beginning to think I rolled this thing backwards or inside out because my seam didn't take. I'm so out of practice on rolling lately, you guys. I've just been smoking out of glass for like a year or so now. I don't even know the last time I rolled a joint. Get out of here, business quantity 86. This is the funniest thing. I've got 2 Reddit accounts. I never asked for business quantity 86. I don't know where it came from, but it's here. See, I have a Baked and Awake account as well, but half the time I can't log into it. I can't seem to remember it. Why won't that go away, though, right now? Over there on that screen. There it is. And now we're back to full brightness. What's refreshing about business quantity 86, though, is it's a pretty unintuitive, uncurated feed. But yeah, I don't always see all this stuff, the most conspiratorial stuff on this feed because it doesn't know me. It doesn't know who I am. Although there's our favorite, one of the best Reddit communities there is, our cultural layer. They always have something going on. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's better to just read on Reddit and not necessarily comment, honestly. It's just like amateur radio, okay? Just because you can excuse me. Just because you can key up that mic. Doesn't necessarily mean you should. That's OPSEC, basic good OPSEC right there. Okay, they can't find you if they don't hear you. something like that. What do they got here in this post anyway? Searching for desert kites and ancient cities led me to this small airplane. What did this guy find? So this is fun on Google Earth when people find really wild stuff on Google Earth. I watch a couple of YouTubers who, find things and then go out to those locations if they can. They search for things in their part of the world, or sometimes a little ways away from their part of the world. Yeah, cool. Little Cessna-sized thing down there. This room is still kind of stuffy at this time of year. It's like October. It's probably just because the house was too hot all day, but I am sweating in here with the lights on and stuff. Is 10 push-ups a day enough? No. Anywho, all right. Reddit's not yielding anything crazy right now. I'll tell you what, though. Slashdot's always good for something. Sweet man crushed to death by robot in South Korea. Yeah. Now that's Reddit, right? Oli, my guy. Good to see you, brother. I still have that giant, thick, braided piece of cable. You know the one. What are we going to do? I'm holding it for you. There's a buddy of mine, a local from the Pacific Northwest right here. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, Florida is an endless fascination, and actually not from just the Florida man standpoint. Have you heard of a channel called Old World Florida, Leanne? Old World Florida, I believe, is the name of the channel. Let's go look. We'll jump off of there. We'll go to YouTube. See if we can find Old World. Yeah. Where are you moving in Florida, by the way? So here's the channel, Old World Florida. I'm on a second. This is an alternative channel of mine. I'm subscribed to them on my primary. I'm Baked and Awake, but
The Sacks or Stones, presented by Dr. Narco.
We could. No, this is a full length. This is a full length video here. Okay, just went to his bookstore in October. Okay, so you know about Old World Florida. Yeah, the place is very interesting, right? The Sacks or Stones are interesting. That whole narrative is really, compellingly told. Yeah, Eugenie knows. He's seen it. Yeah, get down there. Get down there and get into that. I mean, you can't do much better than all of that for wild stuff to explore and sink your teeth into down in Florida. I mean, and I'm sure Florida has its own whole species of cryptids and things and favorites down there, right? Probably some version of a skunk ape and some version of a chupacabra or something down there. Amphibious chupacabra or something. Here we go, north of Panama City. Is there a cryptid in north of Panama City? So yeah, that's a great channel. Who did I find else recently that was great? I'm telling you. So I don't know about the store. I don't know how I missed that. I thought I saw somebody do a documentary on on the Sacks or Stones guy that was from from a layer removed, not like Vice or anybody, but somebody, trying to come in and do that journalistic, hey, I'm going to talk to these really weird people kind of vibe. But they did end up being pretty cordial and cool with them, at a certain point, just because they sort of won each other over, right? You might know what I'm talking about. But there was another channel called like On My Lunch Break or something like that. Is it On My Lunch Break or yep, My Lunch Break? Let's see. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Leanne. This is an interesting little channel, 40,000 subs. They're definitely doing this Tartaria architecture locale stuff really interestingly. And I'm trying to think, oh yeah, what is it? Is it Whiskey Jack? You, Jenny, help me out if you're still here. Is it Whiskey Jack? No. There's a guy who has a great Tartarian kind of, revisionist history. It's like, looking again at this location or looking again at this building. And he goes back and just sort of covers architecture. Yeah, who was it? I gave you My Lunch Break. Great channel. I'm trying to think of this other guy who's just awesome too. But yeah, some people have really picked up where a lot of others left off, I think, a couple years ago on that topic. Just the level of documentation is really impressive to me right now in terms of the examples and the photography that has been shown in the tens of thousands of images by different creators. I know that's not old world exploration. No, it's like somebody with a really catchy name, Jenny. I'll remember it as soon as I get off live, I'm sure. Something like that. But yeah. History, mystery, my favorite topic. I know, mine too. So another really good talk on, and this is something I did content on previously, if Leanne is still here, I saw a great talk on YouTube just the other day about the general crisis of the 17th century, well-documented period of, history, that there have been a few popular documentaries about this in years, and certainly plenty that predate the content I've done on it, because I watched some of it in order to make the podcast episodes that I did about it. But the general crisis, that's a period that is endlessly fascinating and sort of also endlessly refers back to the Tartarian, mystery narrative, right? So One on One podcast is of Old World Florida friends. Okay, let's see. Can we find them on YouTube? We can find them. The channel, they got a nice short intro here. Can I mute music real quick before we listen to their whole? There we go. Let's look at their intro real quick. I need to do some training with like titanic effort here and there. When you look deeply, you'll see I've made a couple of videos that are, kind of have production value. For the most part, very little. And this is, this is all what do you call it? And it's not. This is all really shit. That's nice. intro. So what do they get into? You said old world Florida stuff, algorithmic entrapment, intuitive research, Illuminati formula, ancient science, alchemy, science, and mysticism. Okay. I like the lengths on these too. This is some real long form stuff. Well, thank you for the suggestion. That's fantastic. I'm probably missing your guys' comments if you're over there. Yeah, no, that's great. I'm on it. I think I subbed, right? We got them. So hell yeah. Oh, you want to know, speaking of homunculuses and such, Leanne, one of the best channels ever. Jenny, and I've probably told you about this, Jenny, in multiple places and maybe on the podcast in the past, but this guy, if you don't know about the modern hermeticist, you want to know about this guy. He should be much bigger than he is. So they go in depth. Yeah, no, I can see that from what we just saw there. I'm gonna be watching them tonight when I go down to have dinner with the family, and we go decide we're not going to watch anything bigger or more serious or catch last week's episode of Loki. Then I'm probably gonna slap on one-on-one. I'm into it. Excited to check them out. But the modern hermeticist. So this guy is kind of like deeply academic, and I believe he's a university professor somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. And this 106K subscribers, I think, belies how respected he is in certain circles. And it's all the usual stuff, right here, emerald tablets, Phoenicians, a lot of mythology, on the gods and the world, the origin of magic art. I don't think, does he have a channel preview? He does, but it's like half an hour long. I'm not gonna play. There we go. Okay, Leanne, are you already sub? You already knew about the modern hermeticist. If you do, good on you. You're way ahead. Really good stuff to lay down and fall asleep to. The guy's relentlessly amazing, calm, wonderful sounding. Like, okay, we'll play
on celestial intelligences, virtues, numbers, and magic squares. Adapted from Francis Barrett's The Magus, 1801. Part 1. That the passions of the mind are assisted by celestials.
Yes.
And that constancy of mind is in every work necessary.
That's enough. You know what I mean? The guy's what you could only aspire to be. He's academically impeccable. He's exhaustive on any topic he goes in on. And it's all like absolutely based in works that he'll refer to. If not, half the time you're listening to a lecture that you can tell is a lecture that's being addressed to a class. So it's just a great time. Great channel. Analog the Archivist. Okay, see, so this is really, by the way, perfectly achieving the goals of the session, because if it's not new conspiracies, this is just as good. Thanks, Huge. Let's get that up on the screen. Analog the Archivist. Okay. Loki was great, by the way, Leanne. I mean, I think I still got an episode or two to go, so, is still great. Okay, it's okay. I'll take it. Put it that way. We'll take it right now, given what we've been given to work with lately. So, yeah, you guys know about the modern hermeticist now. Boom, you're welcome. Come back and holler at me later about that guy. He's fantastic. And we said Analog the Archivist. Let's go. The Archivist with Analog. Do I have it right? Probably. Let's see. Nice sunspots, control the weather, pyramids of the world. Did you guys see the meme going around with the y'all not ready for this conversation with all the pyramids above the sand and then down below? They're absolutely staggering obelisks. It's a good one. It's a good one. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, these guys, strange things falling from the sky. Very cool. Yep. Okay, what else? Let's go to their list. Did I already sub? Let's just sub right off the top. You guys said they're good. I'm gonna give you the benefit, and we're gonna go with them. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll click, right? Should I just click one? Any old one for 5 seconds? They won't mind, right? We can do the ice one. I see here again, production value.
Howdy, everybody.
You know, you made a nice
Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me as always.
Roundup.
Kind of an interesting one here today. As the thumbnail states, an expedition beyond apocalypse series, and there's been the accounts concerning it from those who have got nearest it, that it may ultimately become the point toward which those
cool. So this is cool. He's looking at some docs.
Irresistible
this. I love doing this kind of stuff wherever we can find some
Perry, Nancy,
archive docs and actually just
try instead of the impossible North Pole.
That's really fun and really instructive. Okay, this guy's cool. This guy's cool. I like his voice. I like his pace
North Pole
too.
And, what
that.
led them south.
See how easy that is? You just got to like something for somebody. It's like, bam, it doesn't hurt me to like this. I already know it's good content. You know, I need to go back and listen to it. You know,
that is a long ahead. The number of persons who have tried to reach the South Pole,
hit the creator with the like. Hit him up one time.
Professor
it's no problem.
Accounted for in a strange though
rational nice,
way.
Izzy.
He said the mention of the South
Pole. I don't know if I was acquainted, Eugenie, with analog on the Exertus server.
As a,
you know, at that time, I haven't been active on any of it. You know,
just dark-skinned nations, and they reason that it
jaded, my guy, jaded. You know how it is. But yeah. Good old Stellium. How's he doing? He's big now. Look at him. He's got 25,000 subscribers. It's crazy. You know, definitely sub to Stellium on all my accounts. Don't even just boom. Give it to him. Guys come up with some wild shit. I love it too.
Well, how about that?
You know?
Finally got it working. All right.
Go, Mike.
So, better late than never, huh?
Appreciate it, brother. I do. Probably going to have to jump off here in like
Sorry for the extensive delay, folks. Do I have a 5x5? Can everybody hear me? Wow. What an ordeal.
There we go. Well, you know, give the crew my best. I'm around. I'm alive. Proof of life achieved. Yeah, actually, why don't we go ahead and you know, call that the successful stream for the most part. Gosh, you guys have been great. Leanne, pleasure to meet you virtually. Thank you for hanging out and for putting me onto some new content one-on-one. Let's go back to that. I'm going to get that back up on my screen. Yeah, I got it back on my tab now, so I can poke at it before I even walk downstairs. But it's been great. And please check out the archive, check out the backlog, and look forward to a full-length podcast episode coming soon, as well as hopefully more shorter form video content like the recent news brief that I put out the other morning with a little better, you know, lighting and continued focus. That's a format I've done in the past and enjoyed. Salted Cedar, thank you for staying. That's amazing. You guys, those of you who came through have been here like the whole time, so fucking rocks. And for that, I'm going to give you back your night. All right. Love you guys. We'll talk more soon. Now let me try to get this thing ended smoothly.